Welcome to today's lecture. In the previous lecture, I completed the different properties of the Z transform. So around 13 properties we have discussed, and I solved some problems based on the properties also. Okay. So the major highlight in the previous lecture is about if you know about the properties, you can directly apply those properties so that you can solve the problems very easily. Okay, like find the x of z from the x of n, it will be easy if you know the properties. Okay, so moving next, it's about the inverse z transform. Okay, as the name only says, like if you want to find the x of n from its x of z, then it is the inverse z transform. Okay, so represented as IZT is the process of finding x of n from its z transform, that is x of n has to be found out from a x of z. Okay, in that sense you can find the notation as x of n is equal to inverse z, okay, of x of z, inverse z of x of z. Okay, so basically there are around 4 methods, okay, which we will use to find out the inverse z transform, that is to find x of n from its x of z. Okay, so the first one is long division method, the second one is partial fraction method. There are other names associated with these methods also. In some books you may find the different names, but whatever the process of finding the inverse z transform is, that is same. Okay, then third method is residue method, and the fourth one is convolution method. Okay, typically if there is a descriptive type of an examination, that time it would be very important point of discussion, wherein all of these 4 methods carries a particular way of solving the solving method. Okay, so it would be a very important topic, but I don't know, I'm not sure, due to this pandemic you may have the MCQ type examination only. In that regard, I started with some theoretical background related to each and every method. Okay, otherwise if it is the regular semester with the regular examination, that time you wouldn't be worried about the theoretical background of the all these 4 methods. Okay, so in that sense you need to understand the concept here. Okay, so the first method is the long division method. Okay, so how we develop the inverse z transform in this method we will see. Okay, from the definition of z transform, we have the x of z as like summation n equal to minus infinity to infinity x of n z power minus n. Okay, so this is the simple x of z of the given x of n. Okay, so from the equation number 1, that I will call it as equation 1, from the given equation like from the equation number 1, we can observe that whatever the x of z expression is there, in this the z term will have both the positive as well as the negative powers of z, depends on the values of n. Okay, see here, and the n varies from minus infinity to infinity, right? So if n values are negative, that time z will have the positive values of the power. Okay, like if n equal to minus 2, n equal to minus 3, that time correspondingly z will be z power 2, z power 3 and all. Okay, so for the negative values of n, we will get the positive powers of the z. Okay, correspondingly if n values are positive, okay, like it will be from 1 2 3 or anything, in that scenario z will have the negative powers of z, like z power minus 1, minus 2, minus 3 or something like that. Okay, so this is very important point of understanding concept. Based on this we will have the different division method. Okay, so with that you can say, like I am saying about the positive values of n and negative values of n, we have the term for that, that is causal sequence and non-causal sequence. Okay, so that I would like to highlight once again here. If x of n is the causal, okay, so we know when the discrete time signal x of n would be causal it exists for only the positive values of n. Okay, for the negative values of n it is 0. In that scenario we would say it is causal. Okay, so for that the x of z will have n equal to 0 to infinite. See here, for the x of z term the summation terms are changing because it is causal. The starting values of n will be 0 to infinite, not from minus infinity. Okay, because from minus infinity to 0, the whatever the values of negative values of n, the x of n is there, that will be 0 because it is causal. Okay, so for this sequence what will be the scenario? The x of z will have the negative powers of z, obviously, because x of n exists for only the positive values of n. Correspondingly, if you substitute the positive values of n to the z, that will have the negative powers of z. Okay, is that clear? So for that, for such kind of an x of z, the whatever the ROC we will have, that will be in this manner, that is the z will be greater than the radius. Okay, so recall the ROC part whatever we have discussed in the previous lecture. In that regard it will be helpful here. Okay, so x of z for the causal sequence will be in this manner, and the ROC for the given x of z will be z is greater than r. Okay, so r could be the radius of that. Okay, like whatever the circular or ring like structure that will form in the z domain or z plane. Okay, so that is for the causal sequence. The other constraint would be x of n is non-causal. Okay, if x of n is non-causal, as the name says, only x of n exists for only the negative values of n. Okay, so for this, what about the x of z? X of z will have the positive powers of z because n is having negative values. So correspondingly, if you substitute the negative values of n here, z will get the positive powers. Okay, in that regard, and relatively the ROC for such x of z will be less than 0, less than r. Okay, so correspondingly we solved some problem related to this ROC, like if it is there a power n un, and if it is there minus b power n like b power minus n un, in that regard it will be less. Okay, so both of these constraints we have covered in the previous lecture. Okay, so I hope you understood the concept of this causal sequence के लिए x of z क्या होगा and non causal sequence के लिए x of z क्या होगा corresponding to what will be their ROC and what will be the powers of the z correspondingly. Okay, so we also know that whatever the x of z is there for the particular x of n, we can represent it in the polynomial form. Okay, so in this regard it can be represented here like this: the numerator polynomial and the denominator polynomial. So numerator polynomial will have the starting 1 0 here, at least in that regard it will be there some constant b0 plus b1 z power minus 1 plus b2 z power minus 2 in the up to m zeros. Okay, bm power z power minus m. Okay, divided by the one at least non-zero constant will be there. Okay, for the existence of the x of z, so that's why this term will be 1 here. Okay, if b0 could be 0, that can be acceptable. Okay, but if if denominator will not be 0 case here, otherwise x of z doesn't exist. Okay, so dz denominator polynomial 1 plus a1 z power minus 1 plus a2 z power minus 2, in that regard it will go up to an z power minus n, that is the nth pole. Okay, so depends on this polynomial. Okay, so in this regard you can identify that we can solve for the z here, like x of z can be obtained by dividing the two polynomial. Okay, if x of z is given in the form of this, if you want to solve for the z, what we will do, we will divide it. Okay, in this regard. Okay, so what is so therefore here we can understand that the other two constraints we need to do, like what will be the division method. Okay, long division method, as the name says only, we will divide the terms of the polynomial, whatever the polynomial denominator polynomial is there, that will be divided through denominator polynomial. Okay, that is the long division method. लाइक उसका प्रोसेस क्या होना चाहिए, दैट इज एक्सप्लेन्ड विद द causal sequence and non-causal sequence. Okay, so that we will see here. Constraint, this is very important point. Okay, so if x of z converges for mod z, okay, greater than r, what does it means? X of z converges, that is x of z की ROC z greater than r है, it means the x of n is causal. So whatever the x of n that I am going to get is causal. Okay, so if x of z is converges for this region, then x of n is causal. Okay, in that regard you have to identify. So for that, so causal होगा तो मतलब it exists for only the positive values of n. So correspondingly x of z क्या आएगा, x of z is equal to x of 0 plus x of 1 z power minus 1, because if you substitute positive values of n, it will be 1 2 z power minus 2, like that it will go. So how to obtain this equation then? To obtain this equation, whatever the numerator polynomial is there, that polynomial has to be divided by the denominator polynomial starting from the constant term. Starting from the constant term, that is the highest power of the z. Okay, so in this form, in this expression, whatever x of z we will get for the causal sequence, you can see what is the maximum highest power of z here, because it is having only the negative values of negative powers of z, no, z power minus 1, z power minus 2, z power minus 3, it will go up to infinite, whatever the values are there. So highest power of z is the constant term, so that's why we need to start the division with a constant. Okay, that is the highest power of z. I hope you understand this concept of highest power of z is nothing but z power 0 only, that is the highest power. Okay, that's why you have to start the division with a constant. Okay, then the other case, okay, that would be if x of z is converges for the region of convergence, mod z is less than r. Okay, in this regard, if you what is the understanding we have, x of z is the z transform of the non-causal sequence x of n. Okay, so x of n is having only the negative values of n. So correspondingly, you can see the x of z expression would be x of 0 plus x of minus 1 z plus x of minus 2 z square plus x of minus 3 z cube, like that it will go. Okay, so for a such sequence, the division has to be started with the lowest order or lowest power of z. Okay, so what will be the lowest power in of the z? Whatever the highest negative power of the z we will see in the given expression, that has to be started. Okay, so with a problem you will understand it more clearly, but at the sake of understanding, because the MCQ can be generated with this concept here, like for the causal sequence, whatever the x of z we will get, to get the x of n back from the x of z, we need to start the division with the positive orders of the z for the causal and negative powers of the z for the non-causal. In that regard you have to understand. Okay, so moving further, I will start with the one problem so that it will help you. Okay, so problem is find the inverse z transform x of z equal to 1 plus 2 z inverse divided by 1 minus 2 z inverse plus z minus z power minus 2. Okay, so x of z is represented in the numerator polynomial and denominator polynomial here. Okay, and here the question also says that we need to find x of n as a causal and x of n is non-causal. Both the constant has to be covered here. Okay, so moving back here, what are the constraints we need to do? If here I will start with the non-causal first and then I will go to for the causal sequence here. Okay, so for the non-causal sequence, okay, what is our understanding? For the non-causal sequence, the division has to be started with the highest negative powers of z. Okay, so that's why whatever the order of the x of z is been given, that is been rearranged so that I will get the highest negative powers of z here. This is for the non-causal. Okay, this is for the non-causal condition. Okay, non-causal condition. Okay, okay. So correspondingly for the denominator polynomial, z power minus 2 is the highest negative power of z. So that has been taken here, z power minus 2 minus 2 z power minus 1 plus 1. And in the denominator we have 2 z power minus 1 is the highest negative power of z. So 2 z power minus 1 plus 1. Okay. So we need to solve for it. So like if I multiply this term with the 2, so I will have 2 power z minus 1, okay, minus 4, okay, minus 4, if it is been just multiplied with this, it will be z power minus 1, sorry, I have to multiply with the 2z so that I can get 2 to the power of z minus 1. Understand here, I need to multiply this z power minus 2 with the 2z so that I can get 2 power z minus 1 here, so that I can cancel out these terms. If I multiply these two terms, I will get only minus 4 here. Z power minus 1 into z you will get cancelled. 2 it will be 4 minus 4 and plus 2z, okay, plus 2z. Now if you change these terms here, minus, plus and minus, okay, so they will get cancelled out, these two get cancelled out, so I will have 5 here and minus 2z, right, 5 minus 2z. Now what has to be multiplied here so that I will get 5, okay, so I should multiply with the plus 5z square, okay. So if I multiply with 5z square with the z power minus 2, I will get 5 here, okay. Then here it is minus 2 power 2z power minus 1 into z 5z square, so that would be minus 10z, okay, and plus 5z square, okay. So here we can see this will be minus, this will be plus, and this will be minus again. These two terms will get cancelled, so I will have 8z minus 5z square, okay. Then I have to multiply, what term I have to multiply so that I will get a 8z here, so I should multiply with the 8z cube, okay. So if I multiply with 8z cube, I will get 8z here, z power minus 2, z power minus 2 here will get cancelled, only 8z will remain, okay. Then minus 16z square, here minus 2z power minus 1 hai, and if you multiply with 8z cube, it will be minus 16z square plus 8z cube, okay. Then again I will cancel out these terms, okay. So I will have 11z square minus 8z cube. So this will continue, okay. So at least like 3-4 terms has to be divided in. So okay, whatever the division we do here, at least 3-4 terms has to be coming here, okay. So by the expression, what I can write here, like x of z, because a numerator polynomial is been divided with a denominator polynomial, so I will get x of z only, right. So x of z is equal to 2z plus 5z square plus 8z cube, like that it will go, okay. And what is our understanding here, as I started with the discussion saying that I am considering x of n as the non-causal, right? I am saying x of n is the non-causal. So I can directly write with this like x of n equal to, non-causal means it exists for only the negative values of z, negative values of n, sorry, negative values of n. So whatever the values you are getting, that will be the negative values of n here. Okay, so starting in the reverse manner, तो यहाँ पे constant term नहीं है, so that's why we have to make it as 0 first, and then the first z term is 2, so it will be 2 here, because you can see here for the positive values of n z will be minus, for the negative values of n z will be having a positive powers. So in that regard these terms are negative now. Okay, 2, 5 here, 8, like that it will be, and the starting value is here because it is non-causal. Okay, so I hope you understood this problem. Only the non-causal part I have solved. Now we will see for the causal sequence. I will solve some more problems so that it will be easy for you to understand. Okay, so only the non-causal part I have derived. Now we will see what will happen if x of n is causal. Okay, okay, so let me have it in this manner. No, okay, so you can see for the causal sequence we have understood that if the sequence if x of n is causal, that means it will, whatever the x of z will be there, it will have the negative powers of the z, and correspondingly ROC will be less than greater than R. Okay, so for such a sequence what should be our division? Our division should be starts with the highest power of z. Okay, so in the highest power of z it will be the constant term. Okay, so our division will be 1 plus 2 power z minus 1 plus z minus 2. This is the denominator polynomial. Okay, and correspondingly the numerator will be 1 plus 2z power minus 1. Okay, so what I have to multiply so that I can get 1 here? So simply just I have to multiply by 1, so that I will get this 1 here, 1 plus 2z power minus 1 plus z power minus 2. Okay, then correspondingly these terms will get cancelled out. Okay, so I will get minus, and this will be sorry, here it is minus, I guess. Okay, this is minus 2z power minus 1 plus z minus 2, so this will become, here it is minus, so this will become plus, so I will get 4 z power minus 1 minus z power minus 2. Okay, now what has to be multiplied so that I can 4 z power minus 1 here? Simply you need to multiply with the 4 z power minus 1, so that would be 4 z power minus 1 minus 4 into 2, that would be 8 z minus 2. Okay, and then plus 4 z power minus 3. Okay, now whatever the x of z I am getting out of this division are of having a negative powers of z. So in that regard you can understand that this is causal sequence. Again this will be negative, this will become positive, and this will become negative. Okay, so these two will get cancelled out. I will have 7 z power minus 2, and this would be minus 4 z power minus 3. Okay, and then I need to multiply with the plus 7 z power minus 2, so that would be 7 z power minus 2 minus 14 z power minus 3 plus 7z power minus 4. Okay, so that would be minus here, and they will get cancelled out. This will become plus and this will become minus. So here I will have 10z power minus 3 minus 7z power minus 4. Okay, and I will consider one more here. Okay, and then I will stop that. Okay, so I will have 10z power minus 3. Okay, so this will be z 10 power minus 3, and that would be minus 20z power minus 4. Okay, and plus 10z power minus 5. Okay, so this is minus, plus and minus, these two will get cancelled, and I will have here 13 z power minus 4 minus 10 z power minus 5. So I will stop here. This will continue. Okay, these terms will get continued. Okay, so based on this division, this is for the causal. Okay, I will highlight here, this is for the causal. Okay, so what will be my x of z here after division? My x of z will be 1 plus 4 z power minus 1 plus 7 z power minus 2 plus 10 z power minus 3, and it will go. Okay, so based on that I can write x of n is equal to, here you have to understand that the powers of z's are negative. In that regard, you can identify that whatever the n terms are there, they will be positive. Okay, so starting it is 1, so it constant term hai already, so you don't have to bother for putting the zeros there. If starting value itself is the 4z power minus 1, that time you need to put 0 for the initial position. At 0 we don't have anything, it means we have to put 0 there. Okay, so 1 plus 1 4 7 10 are the constants of the terms. Okay, and the starting value will be here, mark will be here, the origin of that. Okay, and then it will be continued. Okay, so you can go on solving. Next we will have some constant with z power minus 4, next we will have some constant with z power minus 5, like that it will go. Okay, now we have x of n for the causal sequence as well as non-causal sequence. Okay, so this is the way we will perform the long division method to find out the inverse z transform, so that we can obtain the x of n from the given x of z. Okay, so this is about the today's this lecture, and I will take one more problem based on this method only, and then it will help you. Okay, thank you then.